Om Shanti. Good morning. Today we came with a topic being light and light. The word being light is in much fashion these days. It's said that you want to be light. It is like travel light, be light, eat light, carry light, fit and light. So light has become a synonym of being easy or being fit or lightness has occupied most of our vocabularies. There is another meaning of light because our topic contains two light. So, another meaning of light is mental lightness, that you feel light inside so that you are not burdened with. So, we are going to use meditation practically to make ourselves light mentally, which in turns going to help you to be light physically also. Here in this session, we are going to understand what is the secret of light. This session is like outside to inside. So let's understand first how to be light at our physical level. What are the measures of being, what could be the steps of being light? So we are going to show you few steps. The question is when how to feel light, yeah, how to be light. First is identify useful and useless. Okay, thanks. Now, being light means removal of extra, carrying only relevant. Now, here comes the understanding what is relevant and what is irrelevant. It is not that what you are leaving is not useful, like carry light or travel light. So you have a cupboard and you have a lot of stuff in your cupboard. But when you are going to travel, you will not carry all of your stuff from your cupboard. What you are going to do, that time, the material, your clothes or materials which you are carrying according to the context of your travel. It is not that although you like a few dresses, but it is not suitable with their context, you'll not use it. You'll say it's not useful. It is irrelevant for this travel. So I'll keep it for my next travel. So the concept of segregating, identifying useful and useless is important according to the context. So the first important step comes identifying useful and useless, maybe at physical level, maybe at mental level. When I identify useful and useless, it is always associated with the context, and in terms, it becomes very important. Do I understand which context I am going to use right now? And this is what going to decide my relevant or irrelevant. When I am working in my life, a beautiful word which we use very commonly is called priority. What are your priorities? What priority what type of priority you are going to give to this work or yourself? So think about yourself once. What is your priority? And your priority going to decide relevant, irrelevant of your luggage. Second step we'll see in the slide. Second step is have a courage to remove useless. Now, sometimes we become so connected with useless or irrelevant because we know this context doesn't require this material. But sometimes we like this some material from our cupboard so much. Although we know it's not that useful, why I'm taking it, but we are so associated mentally, physically with those things. We carry it with us. It is just going to increase your luggage, nothing else. Sometimes it's a very few small thing, but you carry it just because of attachment, not because of usage. It takes a lot of courage to not carry those things which you like because they are irrelevant with the context. I will come back to the whole scene when we will talk about mental. Now I'm talking about physical only. So it's difficult. Sometimes one scarf or one stole or one shirt we like so much, but it is not that relevant for this meeting or this travel. Still, still we give some logics that there could be a party, there could be a function, so I should keep this dress with me. Well, I'm going on this journey, and we keep it, and we keep it, we go to our journey, we come back without using it, only a piece of satisfaction that I'm having it. And then we give another excuse, I carry it only as extra, only as backup if required. So we try to cover it, we try to envelop it under the name of backup, under the name of extra, and we try to just envelop the our attachment with that material. It takes a lot of courage to break that attachment. It takes pretty lot of courage to actually not to carry irrelevant. And then third point, rearrange the useful stuff. Third step in the traveling light or being light. Rearrange useful and feel light. So, what you are carrying, the method of carrying is also important. Are you carrying it in an arranged way or you are carrying in a messy way? If you are carrying in arranged way, then you will feel light. You will have extra space. You will have extra place to buy new things or get new things and incorporate inside. Now, let's turn the whole scenario in terms of our thoughts, in terms of our feelings. Identify useful and useless feelings according to the context. How many times it so happen you are in your office and you are carrying bad mood from your home, or you are in home, you are carrying your burden from your office to home, and you you keep making your people puzzled why you are not in a proper mood, because they feel puzzled. They feel why this person is like this, because you're carrying extra luggage there. Context. Now here, in mental useful and useless, context is present. What are you doing now? There was a very nice project taken by brahmakumaris very many years back, that was at the rate now. So it was the project now. What I'm doing now, what I'm thinking now, right now. So is it important to think about it right now? Is it coming under planning, or it is coming under overthinking, or it is coming under waste thinking? So context is what you are doing now. Decide useful and useless. Sometimes not just the context. We keep carrying some burdens on our head all the time, like much worry about your career or your life, worrying, not planning, worrying about it. And all the time you will say, this is relevant to think right now. And saying right now, you keep thinking these things all the time in your day. These things, this type of thinking, this type of mentality, making you over overburdened all the time. And that is why you cannot feel light. If you have to fly, you have to be light. If you have to fly, like If there was a picture of balloons in our cover page. So you have to feel light. Once what happened with me only. I was decorating a room and I was using helium balloons that time. And while decorating the room, it so happened I was trying to make a concept and I used very long threads with balloons. Balloons actually, balloons didn't fly to the roof. Balloons were on the ground. And after some time, I was surprised why it is here, why it is not. I thought helium is lost and there is less of gas inside, and that is why it is not flying. By mistake, I cut one of the balloons and it flew. It flew to the roof. And then I find, okay, I overburdened the small tiny balloon. And that is because that small tiny balloon, I kept a long tail. And that is why balloon was not flying. Do you think same thing happens to you? Life is short. Journey is small. Many things are irrelevant. Relevant is you need to be happy, you need to be peaceful, and cross the journey with a purpose. Being happy, being peaceful, and a purpose. These are the three most important things to deal with in our life. Apart from this, whatever we are dealing, if all these things are supporting three of these, it's fine. If they are not supporting, it is increasing the tail to the helium balloon, which is holding it down, which is not allowing it to fly. Second step, taking a courage to cut the tail, taking a courage to remove useless. We identified most of the time people when come to us, people usually nicely they say that sister, I think I overthink. Sister, I feel these thoughts are burden on me. Identifying useful, useless, most of us we do this step. But the second step, it's become little difficult for us. Removing, taking the strength, taking the courage to remove the useless. When you are practitioner of spirituality and meditation, it will help you to take this courage and remove that useless. And the third, rearrange the useful and feel light. So listening this theoretically, it looks little different. Today we are going to meditate on it. And during meditation, you have to visualize a lot many things. It's like almost you are, Diwali cleaning in India. Diwali cleaning, we usually remove all the stuffs out from our cupboards and almaris and house, and then we throw extra and then we rearrange and we reset things. The same Diwali cleaning you're going to do now. Now. So let's start with. So remember, you are going to make a cleaning inside. You are going to make, and I am really little sure if you sit focused, if you sit little bit concentrated, just put your headphones or put your earphones and try to meditate with me for coming few minutes. It is going to help you feel light. So let's do it. Sit straight. Sit straight with back straight. Feet relax on the floor. Feel yourself comfortable. Breathe deeply. Repeat it 3 times. Deep breathing in, breathing out. In, and out, in and out. Now breathe normally relaxed. Eyes focused on the screen, or else if you want to close your eyes, you are allowed to. Now feel yourself calm and quiet. Check about yourself. How many burdened thoughts you are carrying in your mind? Thinking about others, too much worrying about future, carrying past poisonous feelings. So just identify useless emotions which you do carry all the time. Visualize a room, a small tiny room, which is very messy. It's a very messy room. Nothing in this room you like. Just go inside that room and observe things. It's almost like a storeroom. Observe things closely, and you find there are few useful things available in this storeroom. But because it is kept very untidy, it looks bad. Identify what are the things, literally some objects which are useful in this storeroom. Identify irrelevant. As of now in your house, these things are irrelevant. So just identify irrelevant objects in this storeroom. Now keep this visualization on hold. Come back to your forehead. Visualize you're a tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. You're a beautiful star. You are a soul, an energy. Visualize you're traveling inside the forehead. You, the tiny point of light, you walk inside. As you go in, you find an energy room, the room of inner consciousness. Go inside this room. You're a tiny point of light. This energy room is your inner consciousness. Now remember the store, the untidy store which you just visualized a few moments back. With all emotions, useless emotions in your mind, this room of inner consciousness has also become a dump yard, like a storeroom. Identify all wrong emotions, useless emotions which you are carrying. Those emotions which never give a smile on your face. Those emotions which you cannot change. Those emotions which creates a pain in your heart. Identify it. You are inside the room of inner consciousness. Visualize there is a small tiny window in this room. Open the window. As soon as you think to open the window gets open. Visualize a big mighty river outside the window, just outside the window. It is almost window is floating over the river. The river is very mighty. River is flowing with big sound. There is a flow energy in the river. You can see left and right poles of the river. At one side it has started and it is going towards the other side. You can see the course of river till the end wherever you can look at. This is river of time. Now, turn towards the room of inner consciousness. Whatever things, whatever emotions which you didn't like, visualize these emotions as an object. The objects which were irrelevant for your house, throw these things in the river. Objectify your emotions, your wrong emotions, in one object. Objectify your wrong emotions and throw these objects. Throw it with a lot of energy, throw it out. Watch objects falling into the river and river's water carrying these objects away from you. You are seeing these objects going away in the course of time, leaving you behind in the room of inner consciousness. All useless objects thrown away out of window. Look into the room of inner consciousness. A lot of space created inside. In the process of throwing objects out, you have created a little mess inside. Rearrange your room. Decorate it how you want. Now, you have a smile on your face. You have a space, extra space. You have a beautiful arrangement. Look at the window again. You can see sunlight coming into your room. The light of Almighty Sun is coming inside the room. Room is enlightened, structured, feeling light. You are a point of light, and you are emotionally light also. Now, keep this visualization in mind. Come back to the middle of forehead. Come back to the middle of forehead. Open your eyes. Half open your eyes and check your feelings. Come back. I just want to say, in brahmakumaris, God teaches us to be light. Light mentally and light in the form of a spiritual light also, that I am a soul. Why this concept is very important. What you will feel you will be contagious for that. You will spread the same. If you are confused, you will spread confusion. If you are sorrowful, you will spread sorrow. And if you are light, you'll spread lightness. So God says, throw away the extra stuff which is not useful, which is irrelevant. Or if you want, give it to me. When it is required, I'll give it back to you. There are few emotions which we want to work upon little later, but these are very disturbing emotions right now. So what we can do? We can we can lend these emotions to God. Okay, I'll lending this to you. Keep it with you for some time. I'll work on it a little later. So you can do like that also. And then feel light. If you are light in your mood, if you are light in your mind and in your emotions, you'll spread lightness around. And people around you become happy and light. And this is the first step towards golden age, towards a better society. So practice this meditation few times, because at one stretch it is not easy to throw everything out. But if you try to do this number of times, maybe for a week, you'll find you have a different mood next week when we'll sit for class next week. So try it and use it and write us on feedback if you feel like. Thank you so much. Here we close our session for today.